Today was nothing less than an adventure. Adventure time. It was amazing. So my day started with everyone meeting to go to the elephant park. I can't remember. Let me look up what it's called. I prepared everything else, I swear. Elephants. Boop, boop, boop. I did a lot of things by myself today. That's why I'm just blurb. I'm all weird. I'll have to go through my pictures. Some of them are terrible. I probably took 1,000 pictures today. At least. So the elephant park. The elephant park was in a jungle in northern Thailand. And we rented 8 elephants for our group, and I did take some video of the elephants. The professor that we met had warned us about elephants in Thailand, and she said that a lot of them in parks are mistreated. Like, they'll use a hook and they'll hit their ears with it to make them do things. And that's really unhealthy for the elephants because they'll get infected ears and they'll get bugs that will crawl into their ears. And it's really sad. Luckily, a few people decided not to go to the park because they were afraid. It turned out they have lists that the elephant parks are on, whether they're good or not, and ours wasn't on either list. So it wasn't on the bad list, it wasn't on the good list. So we went anyways, and it turned out they were a good elephant park. The elephants were absolutely spoiled. They were so sweet. We started by walking across a super rickety bridge, and by that I mean like planks falling off, and it was kind of scary, but it was totally fine. Okay, it was called Chiang Dao Chiang Mai, the Elephant Training Center. That's where we went. And we started out by, you could buy bunches of bananas, and which when you bought a bunch, it was 20 baht, which is like 70 cents, and you bought like 3 bunches of bananas, and you fed the elephants half a bunch at a time. So it started out with us getting to feed the elephants, which they were super happy. Some of them would come in with their trunks and grab them up, and then others would just go, you'd throw bananas into their mouth, and it was really fun. I got lots of pictures. And of course, I got a bunch to feed the elephants. And then after that, they took them out into the river, and they were playing in the water, and they laid down, and they got bathed. So they're mahout. The mahout are the people that train the elephants. They're the elephant trainers, and they ride on their necks because that's actually the best place to ride on an elephant, because it's the less, I guess it's the least amount of stress that you put on them. Having someone sit in the middle of their back is actually really painful for them. So the mahout are the ones who ride the elephants, and they train them. And so when we were riding the elephants through the jungle, the mahout were sitting there like on their necks, and then we were on like their upper back, I guess, which still would be pretty painful, but it was neat because the seats that they had weren't just wood put right on their back. They had many rugs and like soft cotton type fibers that were there to make sure that it wouldn't hurt the elephant and that the elephant wouldn't have to take all of that weight. And they also, during the ride through the jungle, which was really bumpy, and at first, if you're just trying to hold on and stay still when riding on top of an elephant, you're going to make yourself sick. You just have to let yourself sway with it, and when you do, it feels like you're being rocked on a boat, or like you're a baby being rocked to sleep. I was so sleepy. I'd close my eyes and I just back and forth. It was so nice going through the jungle, and there were ups and downs, and the elephant was very, very nice. Ours was actually a younger elephant. It was about, I think they said no, it was older than that, 5 or 6 years old, but still, it was like a little kid elephant. And the elephants were really cool. They were trained very well. They put on a show before we rode them. And also when we rode them, we didn't just ride them for an hour. We rode them for like 20 minutes through the jungle, and then we took a like 30-minute break. So the elephants didn't have to carry us, all the time. And we found out that the elephant work day is only about 5 hours, and they get frequent breaks. Like they get half-hour breaks like every 20 minutes or so. Or every 40 minutes, depending on if they're doing a show or if they're riding people. So, all things considered, they're treated really well. At least where we went, like I said, in other places they might not be treated so well. And we also learned that a lot of people will get elephants, and then they can't take care of them, because elephants drink 60 gallons of water a day, and they eat like 200 kilograms, I think they said, of food every day, which is, I don't know, a kilogram is like 2.3 pounds or something. Let me do some math. So they eat about at least 200 kilograms a day times I'm going to say 3 because I don't know what it is. 460 pounds of food a day. But their food consists of leaves and fruit. Like that's pretty much all they eat. On top of that, the elephants were trained that when they're very helpful. When someone drops something, the elephant retrieves it. So, like someone dropped some very expensive jewelry in the jungle, the elephant grabbed it. Someone dropped their phone, the elephant grabbed it. The mahout lost his hat because suddenly there was a gust of wind, and the elephant, was on that. It was really, really cool, and it was nice to see that there was like a mutual respect between the elephants and the mahout. I took lots of pictures and videos, and I really wish I could see my little cousin Isabel see the elephants, because I know she's going to sit there and go, or I can't do it. She does it perfect, but stick your lips together and blow, and you make elephant noises, whatever. But that was really fun, and the trip included a meal. It included the drive there and back. It was pretty wonderful. And what else? On our way there's a tourist stop that is an orchid garden. That's what I just put on. Well, the orchid garden, you're not allowed to actually pick any of the orchids, and what they do is they turn the orchids into jewelry. They use a process where they press the fresh flowers, and I don't know if they glaze them or if they use some kind of melted glass or what exactly they do, but they encase the flower in glass. So they have these cool little certificates that shows that they're official, and I bought a bunch of them to resell, and also a few as gifts, one for my stepmom and one for my Aunt Amy, but I'm not going to say what exactly those are. And on the inside it says, this jewelry is made of a natural object and plated in 24 karat gold. So it is 24 karat gold plated. The jewelry prices really varied. This was the cheapest thing I bought, and I think it was 400 baht, maybe more like 350, which is, I'm going to say it was 350. It might have been 400 divided by, which is about $10, which is really cheap considering. But here is mine. And I picked this one out because I really liked the blue and the purple and the pastel colors, and you can see the veining in it. So when I bought the jewelry, I tried hard to get ones that had really deep veining. So I'll show you some of the things I got, because I got a wide variety of stuff. They also did butterflies, because not only was it an orchid garden, but they had a butterfly preserve that was just one small room. And so when the butterflies die, usually when butterflies die, they don't just dive bomb out of the air. They lay down, and they don't they don't lay down, but they land on something and they die, and then they're just there, and so they take the dead butterflies, and they did the same thing. So I'll show you that first. This was really expensive. I think this one was like 800 baht. And I picked only one of these that I'm going to sell, or if any of my friends or family want it for the sticker price, let me know and pay me first. But as you can see, the light shines right through it. It's really lovely. Oh, and the coolest thing, I bought different kinds of necklaces, because like this one, and the glass, even though it's really fragile, it's really tough, so I'm not afraid of it breaking. So this is really cool because it's totally adjustable. Check that out. I just slide it up and down. How cool is that? Okay, I'm going to do it again. But like halfway. See, isn't that awesome? And most of the necklaces that I bought were sliding because I liked it. I thought it was really super duper cool. And I think I bought one that was a pin that you pin on that's not adjustable. But the adjustable ones were cooler. So I think, I want to say this was 800 baht. It might have been more. I was upset because they didn't leave the price tags on them. I'm not going to tell you what the rest were because, like I said, they're going to be resold because this place doesn't sell anything online. They only sell from where they're at. And it's this one place in the world that makes these, at least as far as I know. Okay. So some other ones. This is another adjustable one, I believe. And I'm sorry because I picked a lot that were colors that I like, not necessarily colors that other people would like. It's okay. It's not broken. I just failed. But you can see that it's got the deep veining, and they do color the glass a little bit, but you can tell what's the natural color and what's the glass color. Like, they try to keep the natural colors, and like they'll color the end glass, so the purple you saw, that was colored glass. And the jewelry makers were there, but it's like a trade secret on how they make it, I guess. And so they were very, like, you ask them a question and they're like, oh, we encase it. It's like, okay, is it resin? And then they just, I don't know, they were really, trade secrets. It makes sense. So here's one that I got that's another adjustable one, but it has different danglies. Like I said, I tried to get ones with deep veining, and I think the danglies are some kind of quartz or maybe marble. I can't tell. But yeah, it's all plated in 24 karat gold. And they all have their little certificate of authenticity, because, yeah. But I think the one I showed you before, I think would have been like $30. Not that last one, but trying to find lids that fit everything. Struggle. Then there's this one. This one has some really beautiful deep veining, and I really wanted to keep it for myself, but this is practically the same color. So, beautiful, right? What's also unique about this one is they have some of the, They have some of the plant sex organs. That's basically what they are. I don't remember what they're actually called. I'm sorry, Mrs. Pugsley. But you can see, like, right in here, those little bits sticking up are the little things that stick up out of orchids, okay? I don't remember what they're called. I feel like I failed you today. I'm sorry. But, here's one that I got that was totally out of my comfort zone for colors. It's like a lime green one, and I think this one is mostly dyed glass, but still. Very, very lovely. And I don't know if it's actually glass. It might be a combination between resin and glass. Oh, and this one is a pin, which is why it stayed on. I'll show you the back. I think this is the only one that I bought that was a pin, just because, I don't know, just because reasons. But you can see that way you can wear it and you can pin it to your shirt. I'm sorry I didn't show that very well. See? Very, very lovely. Where did the box go? But yeah, it was really, really cool.